I think if anyone's later, we can start so long, and then they can just catch what they miss on the recording later. Yeah, cool. So welcome, guys. Thanks for joining. So the idea of the talk is just to go through some information before you guys come. And then obviously at the end, you have a chance to ask some questions, and some questions were sent through before as well, and I'm just answering them in the talk as we go along. So, okay, cool. I'm just going to jump straight in. So first bit of information is just communication we're going to have going forward. So we're going to have a WhatsApp group for every course for you guys. So if you don't have WhatsApp, you're going to have to download that sometime. We're probably going to set up the groups around about a month before the courses. So that the use of that is we're basically going to be able to ask small questions before you guys arrive. I'm going to be on the group, Mark's going to be on the group, and your guide is also going to be on. So we can give you stuff like what, last minute, what to bring, things like that. That can all be covered on the WhatsApp group, and any changes or anything like that. If you know you're going to be late or something like that as well, you can let us know. So yeah, even you guys can chat amongst yourselves on the group. That's also very cool. You'll find out that sometimes you'll be sharing a flight with another student from another university you didn't even know. So if you guys chat before the time, then you can even maybe hook up at the airports and stuff like that before, which is always great to travel with someone. So it's going to be quite a useful tool. Okay, and then just some information on your flights. So after this talk, you can book your flights. So we're basically going to be picking you up at 2 p.m. at Cape Town International Airport. So it is an international airport, so you can probably find flights directly to there from home. Another option is Johannesburg International Airport. That is our busiest airport in the country, so you'll find often there's more flights going there. You can fly to Johannesburg and then just catch a domestic flight down to Cape Town. So it's always best to maybe speak to a travel agent to help you to see what the best option is, because there are quite a few different flights that you can catch. After the course, you're going to be leaving from George Airport. That is not an international airport, so you will have to catch a flight either back to Cape Town or back to Johannesburg to catch your flight back home. So we're going to be dropping you off at George Airport at 10 a.m. So when you do book your flights back, you must just remember that you are going to have to give it about 2 hours after you arrive at the airport. So if we're dropping you there at 10, you're going to be looking at flights from 12 onwards. You'll find that most of the flights do fly home at night and fly to South Africa also at night to arrive here in the morning. So it is quite convenient that way. It will probably work out for you. But just give me a shout if you want to check out, if you want me to have a look at the flights for you as well before the time. Once you have booked your flights, please, it's very important that you send me through your flight details. So just do it as soon as you've booked them. So I just keep a record of everything. That's all your flight numbers and flight times. So not just the end leg down to Cape Town, it's going to be all your flights that you're going to be catching. Some of you will have to stay over in places like London and stuff as well. So all of the details, please. If your flight's delayed and you stuck somewhere or whatever, don't stress about it. We're not going to, if you arrive a day late or something, we're not going to just leave you at the airport or something. So we've got the WhatsApp group and stuff to chat, emails, phone calls, everything. So you can be in touch with us and we can arrange something for you, whether it be like an Uber to get to the accommodation or something like that. Or if we're in the area, we could even arrange to maybe pick you up from the airport. Same thing with lost luggage and stuff. Don't stress about it. We'll help you with all of that sort of stuff whilst you're here. That's the whole point of us being in touch with you all the time. I'm also going to send you an email again with some of this flight information, but you can also obviously look at the Zoom talk again later. Travel insurance. So it is compulsory to have travel insurance that covers you during the trip. You'll need to arrange this yourself. You can just look at our terms and conditions document that I sent you when you first booked. That has all the details on what needs to be covered on the travel insurance. You can also drop me an email if you want to just double check. It is compulsory to have it, so you will have to send me the travel insurance details as well before you guys arrive, so that we can have that on record. if you need some help with, if you really can't find a company that that offers a travel insurance, just give me a shout and I can send you a list of travel insurance companies that students have used previously. It can be handy for you, but some of you might even have it through your bank card or something like that as well. You can just check that out. The changing of foreign currency. So you can change currency when you arrive here at either Johannesburg or Cape Town Airport. You can also change your currency before you come through. You can also use your debit card or credit card here. So that's quite simple. Pretty much everywhere does accept all the cards. You just need to please notify your bank before you arrive or before you leave home that you are going to be using your card abroad. They do put security checks on cards sometimes if you do use them abroad all of a sudden. It seems like it's quite a strange transaction for the bank, so they put a block on. And then to try and contact your bank from here is going to be a bit difficult. So just let them know before the time, and then they won't put any security blocks on your cards. I often get asked how much money you should bring. It's quite difficult to answer that. It depends on you guys. I mean, we do cover everything in your course fee. So it's really just for luxury items, snacks, fizzy drinks, chocolates. If you guys want to get any gifts for people back home or souvenirs for yourself. So you can probably work on maybe 1,000 or 2,000 Rand. Could be a start. You can always withdraw more while you're here as well from ATM machines, or use your card, like I said, in the shop. So you don't have to really bring too much cash. Otherwise, you might end up having cash over when you go home, which isn't going to help you much. So the final payment, I had a couple of questions about this. So the final payment is due 2 months before you arrive. I'm going to send you an invoice again to remind you about that before the time, so you don't have to worry about forgetting. But if you do want to get the payment over and done with earlier, just give me a shout and I can send you the invoice before the time, and yeah, then you know it's all done. Yeah, vaccinations, also had quite a couple of questions about this. So at the moment, you don't need any COVID vaccinations or PCR tests or anything like that to come into South Africa. South Africa's never needed vaccinations, for you to enter. The worst it ever was PCR tests. But at the moment, there's nothing, but we just need to check that out before you guys come again, because obviously COVID is always changing, especially with the new variants and all, but it doesn't look like there's anything on the cards at the moment, and hopefully there won't be. With regards to other vaccinations, we are actually not legally allowed to advise you on other vaccinations because it is a personal thing. Depends where you are, where you come from, where you've been before you come here. So it's best to speak to a medical professional about that. But I can say generally students from the States and Europe don't need any vaccinations to enter South Africa, but you can still just check that out to be sure. You don't need to take any malaria medication. The trip takes place in a malaria-free area, so that's nice and easy. No need to worry about that at all. Okay, visas. Students from America and Europe don't need visas I should say American passports or European passport holders don't need a visa to enter South Africa. Your passport will just get stamped here with the 90-day tourism visitors visa. So that allows you 90 days in the country, and that's perfect. You do not need a student visa because you are not registered to study in South Africa at a formalized educational institution. So you just need a normal tourist holiday visa, which they stamp here. No need to get anything arranged before the time, as long as you have an American or European passport. Any other passports, definitely check that out. Okay, weather during the course. It is going to be winter here while you guys are here, so it can get pretty cold. So just please bear that in mind. We do have some cold fronts that come over, which can bring the temperature down even to 0 degrees. But we also have days that's 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. We do also have days that can be 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 degrees Fahrenheit in between in our winter. So it really varies a lot. So you need to bring a mix of warm clothes and some cooler clothes. It is important that you bring at least one set of very warm clothes with you. So a couple of layers, just make sure you've got a couple of layers and at least like a decent winter jacket. Either when you're going out on the boat, it could be very cold, things like that. So just make sure that you have something warm with you in case. You will have the opportunity to wash clothes during the course. We'll let you know where and when and stuff. You might need to pay to have your clothes washed depending on where we are, but it's really not that expensive. So yeah, they'll provide you then with all the detergents and everything. You just need to pay for it then. But hopefully, if we stay at some other places, it might even be free. But we'll tell you when you're here. Depends on where we are and what accommodation we're using. Okay, so talking about the weather, some of the activities are weather dependent. There's obviously nothing we can do about that, but we do always try and find you something else to do if the weather is too bad to join an activity. We also suggest though that you bring something with you to keep you busy just in case. So either like a book, some study material, and even better, some games maybe. They're also cool to have if you do have some good games that you can play with other students at night and stuff like that. It's also quite cool because you do have the evenings off, so that's quite nice. Okay, I had a few questions about the accommodation arrangements as well. So you will be sharing a room with another student of the same gender. Most of the accommodation is in like a guest house form. They usually do cater all your meals for you. We might be staying in some self-catering accommodation depending on where we are and how many members are in the group. But we will still provide you with all the ingredients that you need for the meals, but you might have to just maybe make your own breakfasts and a little lunch pack, something like that, something easy. And then we'll still do the dinners and stuff as well for you. So, and everything's provided. You do get, like I said, all 3 meals a day during the course. You will have the opportunity to go to supermarkets as well if you want to get some snacks for yourself or in between meals or anything like that. So you will have that opportunity. We do cater for dietary requirements, but diets such as a vegan diet, it can be quite difficult to cater for in South Africa. We're generally quite a big meat-eating country, so it's not like you guys are used to it back home, but we do cater for it. But you can bring some snacks, from home for you if you like. It's always handy as well. Okay, then the list of what items to bring. It was on that information booklet I sent you. First thing, mosquito repellent. Because it's winter, there really aren't many mosquitoes around. It shouldn't be a problem. But if you do want to bring some with you, you can. But it's not too bad in winter. Some light cotton clothing, warm clothing for cold evenings and mornings. That's definitely important. Preferably some old clothes that can get ruined. So yeah, you might be like wading through a lagoon somewhere or something. So try bring some older clothes with you. As well, hat, cap, sunscreen, a swimming costume, some comfortable walking shoes. So we're probably going to go on a couple of walks and stuff as well. So just some comfortable shoes that you can wear for that, some suitable shoes. Okay, it does say a few pair of old trousers for walking in the bushveld. You're probably only going to need, say, like 1 pair of long trousers to go walking. You don't actually need a few, that's fine. A waterproof jacket, that's going to be super handy. We will go out on some activities, even if it's drizzling. So that's definitely going to be handy. Small backpack, that's really easy for you guys to carry with you during the day. So you can pack your water bottle and whatever things you need with you for the day when we go out. That's, yeah, definitely bring one of those. There's got your hiking shoes. Please don't go and buy hiking shoes, especially for the course. If you don't have, you can just wear, normal comfortable shoes like at the top of the list there. So if you do have, you can bring them. If you don't have to especially go and buy. Don't forget any special medication you guys have, please. It's very important, bring it with you. It can be very difficult for you to get it in South Africa. So yeah, swimming towel and a refillable water bottle. So we will provide you with drinking water. You can just fill it up and take it with you for the day. Okay, quite an important one, luggage restrictions. Please make sure you only bring 1 large suitcase and then 1 piece of hand luggage. So I know most of the airlines only allow you to take 1 large suitcase and then a hand luggage bag. Please don't bring 2 large suitcases. If we don't have space, we're not going to be able to take it within the vehicle. It's mostly the vehicle that's the issue there. So please keep that in mind. Okay, Wi-Fi. Okay, also a lot of questions on that one. So Wi-Fi access, you will have it at most places, but please don't count on it. It's best if you do need to stay in touch with people back home to either look at getting an international plan on your current SIM card for your phone, or you can purchase a local SIM card here. They're basically free, and then you just top it up with airtime or data. You can do that at the airport. There will be mobile shops at both Johannesburg and Cape Town Airport. We basically have three main networks in South Africa. They're Vodacom, MTN, and Cell C. You'll see they're pretty well marketed. Either one of those will definitely work for you during the trip. So whatever you see first, or whatever you can use. I use Vodacom, Mark uses Cell C, both perfectly fine. Yeah, so obviously cell phone signal and stuff is going to be pretty good. I would still just prepare everyone back home that you might be out of touch sometimes. Please, you're going to be on boats for a whole day or whatever. So just let them know that you might not be available all the time. I have before got calls from family because they couldn't get hold of someone. So if it's an emergency, please, they are welcome to contact me. You can just pass everyone back home all my contact details. But and same thing, if there's an emergency from your side, you can tell them I will be contacting your emergency contact that you put down on the form as well. So otherwise, everything's fine. If they don't hear anything, everything's fine with you. Just let them know before the time. Thanks. Okay, a couple of other questions that I had that I'm just going to answer here. So you don't have to worry about any communication issues while you're here. English is our main language in South Africa, so it won't be a problem at all. You don't have to bring any equipment with you like wetsuits or anything like that. Everything does get provided for you on the trip. So, and you don't have to have any scuba qualifications or anything like that. So it's quite easy. Most of the information that I've given you here is in that information booklet that I sent you before. Or you can just watch the Zoom call again. I'm going to send everyone the link to this. Is a YouTube link. I'll send it through to you as soon as possible, so you can just check this out again. And yeah, that's pretty much most of the information. Sorry, it is a bit of an information overload. But just lastly, we do still have a couple of empty spots in a few of the courses. So if you do know anyone that you think might be interested, we'd really appreciate it if you pass on our details as well. Always cool if you know someone with you on the tour as well. So if you can, we'd really appreciate it. Cool. That's pretty much everything from my side. Yeah, I don't know. Let me check. Has anyone got any questions now?
When you said the plane would arrive at 2 o'clock, you mean 2 o'clock your time, right?
Yes. 2 p.m. our time is when we pick you up at the airport. That's correct.
And that's,
sorry, it broke up there.
oh, it's Central Time. Is that correct?
No, so we are GMT plus 2. Yeah, we're a different time. It's like, I think it's 8 hours different from Central Time, something like that. Quite a big time difference. So yes, so there's a couple of students that aren't on the call, obviously, because of the issue of it being sort of midday, roundabout there by you guys in the States. It is 8 p.m. here already, so we couldn't do the call any later than this. So yeah, thanks for making it, and everyone else will just catch the recording. Cool. Any other questions? Okay, cool. Nothing. Just give me a shout if you do think of something. Otherwise, Mark, I don't know if you want to say a couple of things.
Yeah, just from my side, we're really excited to have you guys. I hope you're excited too. This is a big deal. You're coming across the world to a different country to pursue your passion. And we love hosting students. We love seeing you in your element and learning stuff and having fun, meeting each other, interacting with conservation professionals, marine biologists in Cape Town and Gansbaai and Plettenberg Bay. I really believe you're going to love the program. You're going to learn a lot, and hopefully you're going to have your eyes open to different possibilities for yourself from a career point of view. And then just as importantly, have a lot of fun. We put these courses together to learn, but it's a life experience, and we really hope you guys are looking forward to it. As Elton said, any questions you have, he handles the logistics and administrative side of the courses. I handle the sort of more conservation, research, and science side of it. Once we've got those WhatsApp groups, you're welcome to drop us any questions, even during the course. You hear a guide saying something and you thought, well, I'm not sure about that, you can double check with me, or you want more information on something, or you're not sure about something. That's what we're there for. Yeah.
Cool. So you do get to meet Mark and I later on in the course, but it'll be one of our guides that's with you from the airport, until you guys leave as well. So, but yeah, we do get to meet you as well, which is pretty cool. We're looking forward to that.
I have a quick
Cool.
question.
Any questions popped up in the meantime?
I do.
Yes, Eduardo, how's it?
Are we allowed to video record during, like, let's say, swimming with the seals or going to the Shark Tank or anything of that sort?
Yes, you can definitely. If you've got like a GoPro or something that's really cool, you can get some good footage. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And I have another question.
Yep.
As soon as we land into the airport, is there going to be someone like within Discover Edensure or like a sign, something that kind of delegates us to like, okay, that's the person that we are going to be in contact with?
Yes, exactly. So there's going to be, your guide will have a sign, but the idea of that WhatsApp group before the time is to arrange exactly, I'm going to be here, nice and easy to find you guys in at the airport. You can all get together. So we will have that chat going, but we will definitely, let you know before the time, just in case you don't, your phone's battery's dead or whatever it is, where we're going to be. And yeah, there's definitely going to be a sign.
Okay. And one last question. It's not pertaining to the course, but is there going to be any time, free time to like try local cuisines or restaurants around in Cape Town?
So the course is pretty much planned out. The meals are all prepared and stuff, but if you want to arrange something, you can just chat with us. We are definitely, with regards to local cuisine, we are going to be offering that during the course as well. So you are going to get to experience that. Restaurants are mostly going to be, in South Africa, we generally have either it's going to be Mediterranean or something like that, restaurants anyway. So so you are going to actually get the local food with us. So yeah, that is going to be definitely part of it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, just to
Right.
reiterate, Eduardo, your comment there about videoing and photos and all of that. Absolutely, we want you guys to take as much as you can. We're actually going to provide you with a little file that's packed with information as well when you arrive. And in there's a couple of hashtags that we love students using so that we can follow your posts as well. And yeah, with your permission, if you got some cool photos from the day or a cool little video, you pop it in the WhatsApp group and we can post it on our social media as well. And I encourage you, if you haven't already gone and checked out our Instagram and Facebook pages, go and check those out. If you scroll back to sort of May, June, July, August last year, you'll see some of the courses that ran last year, and you'll see some of the activities that you'll be getting to participate in.
Cool. Any last minute questions? Okay, cool. If you do think of anything later, just drop me an email as always. But yeah, I think we can wrap it up nice and easy. Yeah, thanks again, guys. And yeah, we'll be in touch soon. See you guys later.
Thanks, guys. Keep well.
Thanks. Bye.